My song and dance. There we go. We started. Music theory philosophy. Listen to this, Mom. I know that Mom's watching. Oh, Mom, you are in for a treat today. Let's go to the next photo. The photo slides. Slide. Your host, me. Next slide. Yes. Heiressy, yes. Chris and Trin. Let's go. I'll pull that from there. Thank you so much. I start yelling over this song, you can't even hear it. My mom's like, what? Just kidding, my mom's got great hearing. Everybody knows that about Karen. Let me double check that this is working. There we go. You gotta love this little pre-game thing. Guys, thank you for being on my show.
Thank you for asking us to be on your show.
I'll get out of town. Music theory philosophy, the thing that has very little to do with any of those things. Very little. I don't know why. So many people were like, you should change the name of that. And I'm like, I couldn't agree more, but we already branded.
Exactly, too late to go back
It's too late. I bought like 1,000 t-shirts and nobody's bought one yet.
Darn.
So
you know, I'll buy one too.
Oh, good too, guys. You guys are too sweet. This is why. That's actually why I go do this, so that people will buy up the merch.
Makes
that
sense.
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why we all do things, right? Just so we buy the merch.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's all I'm trying to do is just move stuff. I'm like Baby Gap. I'm just always trying to move things like Baby Gap. I love it, guys. We've been friends for a while now.
Yeah.
We played a show together.
We did play a show together.
We played multiple shows together, actually, and you guys have always been one of my favorite acts. So I'm really, I wouldn't lie to you. I can't. I'm contractually obligated to never tell a lie.
Oh.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
My sponsors, Dayquil would drop me immediately.
Dang it.
Yeah. Why Dayquil? I don't know. It was the first thing that came to my mind. Let's talk about the important stuff. Let's talk about this fish behind my head right now.
So this fish, there is about 3 fish that are in my house, and they're equally the same exact size. They were caught in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico by my cousin and her best friend, Amelia.
Dang!
Yeah.
What did they use for bait?
I don't know.
We don't know.
We have no idea, but it must have been something real good.
Speculation, what are we thinking?
Smaller fish?
Smaller fish!
They
Ooh,
use smaller
there's
fish to
always
catch
a
the big fish.
That makes sense.
That's the best
That
part.
makes sense.
Yeah. So,
Not sardines, though. Those are,
Yeah.
should we name it?
Let's name it. What should we name it?
I think Karen.
Karen.
Karen!
Karen's
my
the
mom's
fish.
name.
Karen
the
after
fish.
your mom.
Karen after my mom.
Yeah, perfect.
The most amazing woman I know.
Aww.
That was sweet, yeah.
So
We'll
love
add that
Karen.
later on. Oh, get out of town. She loves you guys too. I know she does. I know she does. Guys, new single out. New single out. Never Better, Always Blue. Woo! Tell me about it. It's amazing. First off, it's amazing. If you haven't checked it out, it's going to be in the link in the bio below. Not for you guys on Instagram. I'm sorry about that. But for you guys, it'll be down below. These guys are amazing. Let's talk about the song. So, I actually wrote some notes here. I have to look down, and my cousin is always like, why are you always looking down in the show? I'm like, because I'm checking my notes. Okay. So let's talk about the inspiration for the song.
Me and Trinity have both undergone some wonderful heartbreak, so I would say that like the inspiration for the song kind of comes from like just the individual like experiences we've had with heartbreak and kind of misery a little bit.
Yes.
You know, but
Yeah.
like also like there's something really beautiful about the experience like when you come out of it. So that's why the music kind of is like more geared to like be beautiful and like celebrate the sadness.
I did.
You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's so great.
Yeah, because I know a lot of our music that you can't even really, like it's sad, but it doesn't sound sad, if that makes sense. You can't even really tell that it's sad, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And me and Chris kind of like bounced our ideas off of each other and like took stuff from our own experiences and like used it to like create something beautiful. So.
Was there a specific line that you could be like, oh, that was from Chris, or this was from Trin on this part of the song, or
Well,
yeah.
sorry, yeah, I can definitely answer that. So like we like to kind of sometimes like be like both lead singers in the song, and we'll do like this verse is for Chris, this verse is for Trinity.
That's so cool.
So like we'll like for mine, like I obviously wrote my own because like I want them to, I don't know, kind of I want it to be about me, and like Trinity writes her verses and kind of like that. So like that's how we kind of show ownership of our individual parts.
The person taking the lead, if you listen to the song, this is the person singing about that. Why? You know, I think that's something that I really admire about songwriters is that you're able to take something that's really crappy. I almost said something else. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Mom. We just edit it out. Ooh la la. Every time I start swearing. I never swear. That's a lie. Dang I broke my contract. I broke my contract. Sorry, Dayquil.
Dayquil's so mad.
You lost
I'm on to
Dayquil.
NyQuil. I'm on to
NyQuil.
NyQuil. Yes, I'm on to that purple. In more ways than one, unfortunately. Not anymore. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. That's robo tripping's another story. No, we were talking about. Oh no! See, this is half the show. It's just me going. But
that's why it's entertaining.
That's why it's entertaining.
Yeah,
That's
they
why
like seeing you mess up.
They like seeing you mess up. Well, they're gonna really like this right here.
Perfect.
Always messing up. With the how are some ways that you guys come up with lyrics? Do you find inspiration just in listening to other music, or is it just like a free flow writing session, like a stream of consciousness kind of thing to get something?
I remember exactly one moment when me and Chris actually sat down to write this song. We were in his parents' house, actually, down in
Apache
Junction.
Yeah!
Like,
Party City.
30 minutes away from my house. We drove out there, and it's nice and quiet. So we, his mom actually brought up, she goes, the song's really boring. Like, I don't really, like, I think it's really boring, you know? So we decided to write a really catchy hook to it, and we literally went outside, and obviously Apache is, like, literally just mountains and sky and everything.
Yeah, BF Egypt.
Yeah, so we just sat out there, and we literally wrote a hook to Never Would Always Blue in about 10 minutes, and, like, we collaborated and did it together.
That's so cool.
So, yeah.
What tends to happen is, like, either me or Trinity will, like, start with, like, a pretty cohesive and, like kind of like a filled out idea, and we'll bring it to the other person, and then the other person will kind of like fill in the details until it's like a full song and it sounds great.
Yes.
But that's generally what we do for everything. It's just like either me or Trinity's like brainchild, and then we just kind of build until
And
it's
we always
better.
like bounce off stuff off each other.
Exactly.
So cool.
Try to expand.
But overall, it's like both of our shared product.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's always equally like ours, you know what I mean? It's not just like just Chris and just my song, it's like both of our songs. So that's what makes it perfect.
What a gift to the world of music you guys both are. It's incredible to have like a good songwriting duo that works together, like a Lennon McCartney kind of thing. Do you guys feel like one of you usually like talking about Lennon McCartney? Like I feel like Lennon had like a bunch of like really crazy ideas, and then Paul McCartney.
That's crazy.
Paul McCartney was like, wait a second,
Let's keep this grounded, you know.
You can't do like A, B, C, back to C, back to in a song structure.
Chris, I'm more of a minimalistic kind of person.
I would say
like
Trinity's more of like the pop vibe.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm like
more of the
pop.
Experimental, like let's throw some jazz in here, like
I
let's
dig
get
it.
weird,
And he's really opened up my mind to a new like volume of music. Like the things that like he has showed me, I have like never heard or would never even like go to hear. You know what I mean? And he's put me on like a long music journey, and like now I'm like so like open to like so many new sounds I would never have been open to like a couple of years ago. But like I'm definitely more of like the minimalistic. Let's just have some like cool acoustic guitar. He's like, no, let's add like a mandolin.
12 guitars,
and
a mandolin.
Like we layered like 4 mandolins
That's
and
so
like
cool.
different harmonies.
It's
terrible.
Yeah, you are crazy about like retuning guitars and then being like, oh, this is gonna fit in like this.
Ridiculous.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But how did you learn? How did you learn to do that, or did you just have a natural aptitude for gravitating towards?
Well, like standard tuning was just like getting too boring.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? Like I need to try something different. So I was like, let's really mess with it and like, make it sound crazy.
I love it.
And that's just kind of what I do. So.
Yes. That is so cool. You do that with so you're doing it with guitar. Have you tried experimenting with some other instruments and or anything of note, changing up the tunings?
I've done it with ukulele. I've tried it with mandolin. So guitar is like definitely like the most.
Yes.
Like it works the best, I think, on guitar.
That's so cool. I feel like there's been, especially the past decade, you can see like a big drop off guitar, but it's nice to know, especially as a guitarist, that that's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You just gotta think outside the box a little bit more, and you guys are so great at thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
This is the box, and this is where they are. Can you put a finger up, like right where show where you guys are, like over there.
Like,
I like that.
This is me. This is Trinity.
I'm like here, and Chris is like
where over there?
over there.
Just out of space.
Grace has got it over there. She's like, oh, they're over here. Yes. Everybody give it up for Grace. You can't see her on camera. Incredible. Love it. Love it. So
She's like the
supportive
best
and
stage mom
She's
ever.
incredible.
Oh, yes.
She's incredible. You guys were actually one of the first people I met Grace, I think you were like one of the first people. I went into Sozo.
Yeah.
I was like, I need a job.
Did you start at Sozo?
I started at Sozo.
I did too.
Yay!
No, I remember I moved here about 2 years ago, and I was trying to get into music scene because I did music back in Ohio,
Yes.
and I wanted to start the music scene, and I looked up where can I do like an open mic night, and I went to Sozo for the first time, and I worked super hard until I finally could get a show
That's
that
so
Lori
cool.
gave me. So,
Yes.
yeah.
She's amazing. I love Lori.
Yeah, me too.
Longtime friend of the show, Lori. Man, yeah, you guys moved. I think you guys did move. I keep looking off screen. I'm sorry. I think you did move. Grace, I think you guys. I remember you guys had moved like right around the same time I moved. You guys were here a little bit earlier than me. You guys OGs, and you're the OG here.
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
No, actually, born in Texas.
No way!
Really?
Well,
I'm ashamed of that, but
Oh yes, love it.
Yeah.
You guys are great, man. Incredible stuff. Okay, a couple more questions. See, I told you guys in the email I wasn't gonna go through the list, and I have done like terrible of just being like.
we're having fun.
We're having more fun.
Having
I would
fun,
rather
yeah.
be more authentic. So we're talking about layering guitars and mandolins and ukuleles and pianos and stuff like that. You guys have such a great vocal sound. You guys have done a great job of
Thank
mixing
you.
it and keeping them present. And both amazing voices, and you blend so well. In fact, something I wrote, and this has actually been something that multiple people have told me. I'm like, I'll talk with people about like, oh, what kind of band are you looking for? And they go, like Heiressy, I want something like that. Like everybody,
Really?
I know, they talk about
Aw.
you guys. Yes, you guys and
That's so sweet.
like Ultraviolet Communication are probably the two bands I hear the most. Like, I want to be like these guys, and you're like, oh, this is great. These guys are
Aw,
amazing.
that
So it's a
means
good,
a
it's good praise for that. But what are some techniques that you guys use with layering vocals? Is it usually just a single vocal coming through, or what do you guys do with that?
So we have like pretty basic rules we have
Okay.
for everything, and like that's how we kind of create our sound. I
Yes.
think. So like Never Better Always Blue, there's like a single guitar part you hear at the beginning.
I
Yeah.
take it.
But it's two recordings, and one of them's panned hard right and hard left. So basically, you have, like, if you're listening with your headphones, you'll have one guitar exclusively in that ear, and then you'll have another guitar in the other. And it creates this kind of like chorus effect of like a little variation in it, but it's basically the same. But we do that with all of our harmonies, so we'll never record one harmony.
Yeah, we
Oh,
recorded
no way.
It's
multiple times.
all gonna be panned left, hard right, hard right, hard left.
Okay.
And then it just kind of like boosts the stereo image, so and it kind of creates this like luscious sound, and we'll do that with
sounds so good.
all of our harmonies, but all the leads will just be usually in the center.
Everybody needs to be taking notes right now with that.
Producers, are you listening?
Are you listening? There we go. That's so great. Or is there inspiration that you pull from? Have you another band maybe that you've heard or producer that does something like that? Who would you guys say? Let's do this. It's the most boring question ever in interview questions, but what are some of your influences for let's say the songwriting production specifically?
I would say like Bon Iver is a very big
Incredible.
Yeah, Bon Iver.
influence. It's very experimental, but that is kind of like where we draw that influence. And like he tends to have more, I guess, like lower vibey kind of more like falsetto singing
Yeah.
music, and that's kind of like where we get that vibe. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
What about you, Trinity? What do you think?
Yeah, I like. I really liked Bon Iver, and like I said, like Chris like really opened my mind to a lot of new kind of music,
Mhm.
and he really got me into this girl named Marie. Probably a lot of people don't know who she
Okay.
is, but Marie is probably everyone should go check her out. She's really really good.
If you just look up Marie.
It's
MR.
MREE,
Okay.
like
yeah,
Marie.
and
Okay.
she what just really inspires me about her is she's a self-made independent artist who like makes music in her bedroom and like
Crazy.
and like I listen to her music and it just sounds so professional, and her voice is just like I want my vocals to sound like that, and that kind of is what inspired us like how to like do our vocals, because like the way that it's just beautiful, and
That
like
sounds-
literally
I'm gonna
like
check it out.
like when I listen to her music I want to cry. It's just so pretty. Like have you ever like just heard a song
Yes.
where you're like, oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful, you just
Yes.
want to cry,
You
know?
guys' music makes me do that all the time.
Aw.
I'm crying. Dude, it's actually a driving hazard. I gotta stop driving when I'm listening to you guys.
Too much water drive.
Too much water drive, you can't see.
I like ugly cry too when I do it.
Start like coughing.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I actually. Well, I do remember the last time I ugly cried. It was not pretty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Have you ugly cried recently?
Oh yeah, a lot
A
actually.
lot.
I don't cry.
No, you don't cry. God, this guy's so
He's
good.
lying.
He's not. Okay. I love it. How did you guys meet?
Oh, good question.
Good
It's a good
question.
There we
So
go.
this is kind of like really random, but I used to teach guitar lessons at Guitar Center.
Okay.
And
And
I
Trin-
took lessons from him.
And
Yes!
she did lessons, and like The funny thing is that like Trinity wasn't the best at practicing, honestly. But like, I'm not trying to shade her right now for that. I'm just basically Trinity would come in and like we wouldn't like end up spending a whole lot of time like we wouldn't spend a whole lot of time like learning music. We'd be like jamming because like and then like Trinity would sing and I would like immediately was like, oh my gosh, her voice is incredible.
Voice is incredible.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And then we just like started harmonizing together
Yes.
and like it just like we had like a really strong musical connection like and vocally
Just,
like I've never had a
automatically,
connection with any other vocalist that I have by Trinity just because like for whatever reason like the timbres of our voices are so similar.
So beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, when I first moved here, I kind of struggled because I was actually with a music teacher. I don't know. His name is Brandon Scott. He's from Ohio, and I was with him since I was like 5 years old, and I didn't take lessons from him for about 10 years.
Brandon,
and then Brandon
Scott,
Scott, I moved here, and then I was like looking for a music teacher, and I was really sad because I like really missed that connection with my own music teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Guitar Center because my mom actually used to work there.
No
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to Grace.
Shout out to
Grace.
Yeah. So my mom actually used to work there, and then I took lessons from Chris, and then it just automatically clicked.
It just clicked.
And I would come in and be like, "Hey Chris, I have this song," like and then he just would help me with like everything, and we just started hanging out more, and then started writing together, and it just worked really, really well. And I just knew that instantly that like I wanted to work with him, and I knew there was something special, but I had to continue.
That is so cool.
Another thing is that like it was hard for me to find like someone who like understood and wanted to create the same kind of music I did, and like Trinity really like appreciates kind of like lower vibe, also like folk music and stuff like that, and we just like clicked on that like musical level so much. So I really appreciated that.
Well, what guys, man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy you worked and that you guys met, and everybody else is happy that you guys worked and met together as well. Man, I was just looking at something I thought about. I always kill the thing. I actually wanted to see this too. Tried blending about 55, 75, and so what you think. Cool. I don't exactly understand. Oh, and then Music Biology says, what's your favorite Boston album? Do you guys...
The one with Foreplay Long Time on.
Yes,
my favorite.
He's gonna love that. I'm gonna tell you what.
I don't know what the name of the album is, but I know what the cover looks like. It's all that matters.
Iconic, yes. So there's a part of, I think it's at 117 in the song. I tried to take a note of it, where you add a new beat into it, which is so cool from the new song.
Never Better
Always Blue. I was about to say that backwards. My Lex Dixie kicks in from time to time. And I love what you're doing. So when you're thinking of, as far as like song structure, is there like do you just go out the window? I'm just gonna do whatever I think feels good at that point, or is there a formula to it? Is there the method to the madness?
Well, it depends. Like for Never Been Always Blue is pretty straightforward. It was like
pretty structured.
Yeah, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, and then bridge again. Like I don't know, probably no one cares about that kind of information, but that's like the basic structure of most songs. But like for Bloom, like we ended up doing something like wildly different, where we had like a basic structure, and then we just kind of like really messed with it and like upped the tempo a little bit and like just made it really different. Had this crazy outro. So it just depends on the song. It's whatever serves the song the best.
That's so cool.
And whatever like. I'm not really too concerned about like following a specific structure.
You don't need to. Is it there's something like you guys just understand like a vibe? Is there something that you do to stay in that creative zone even when you're not recording or playing music? Something like something outside of music. That we can talk about here on this thing.
That helps us stay in like the creative zone.
Yeah. I'm really interested in like keeping myself. I feel like people are like receptacles for creativity. There's these songwriters and artists, and the more that often that you do it, the bigger that your cup gets, so you're able to continually get more of that stuff and then write and then get that out and then make room for more.
Specifically for me, I like keep a journal in my room.
Awesome.
So like whenever I'm just like feeling a certain way, or like just got home from school, or just something happened in my life, I don't really even write down just lyrics, just like small phrases that I feel like, and just small phrases that I feel like could like kind of come together, and then I'll usually at the end of the week or something, I'll look back at them and see if I can like compile them into like a sentence, or compile them into like a song lyric. And then there's sometimes like a couple weeks ago where I'm just in my room and something just comes to me, like a chorus comes to me and it just happens, you know what I mean? Like, but a lot of times because these past couple of months I've been like kind of lacking a little bit of inspiration, kind of had that like roadblock of like I don't have anything to write, you know what I mean? But it's
I need to break up with somebody.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I need to get divorced. Get married and divorced.
I gotta get married and divorced. I gotta go through some. I might have to kill one of my siblings. And then work through that stuff.
No, but it's like forcing yourself to like write stuff down that is happening in your life, and then just kind of trying to compile it into like a concrete idea.
I dig
you know what I mean? So, like, even if you're having, even if you don't know what to write about, or even if you don't have an idea or nothing just comes to you, like just being able to write down how you're feeling can eventually come into something like a lot greater.
That.
So
We're always kind of not always on, but we're always open to that, especially by continuously writing in a journal. Then you're ready for those things, I feel like.
And also Chris just does music every single day, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Where are you working right now?
School of Rock.
School of
Rock. It's a party.
Love it.
It's pretty fun.
So he's always doing music.
You always do music.
Teaching music.
Yeah, I have like musician friends of mine that like ask me like, how do you get home from work and like teach 10 lessons and then like keep doing music?
Yeah.
And it's just because I'm like too obsessed, I guess.
Passion.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's like all I do with my life, and I love it. So
good. I'm glad that you love it, and the world is a better place for both of you guys loving that stuff. Okay. As far as painting, oh, sorry about that. I got this. So we have a question with painting, and then they say, "Is it try blending about 55 and 75 and see what you think?" And then it said, "As far
we've already tried that.
We've already tried it. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Never hard painting. So there's
failure.
something that attached to it. Go 99 to 1, but never 100%. Interesting. I love that. That's great. Oh, that's Kenny. Kenny, what's up, man? Kenny is my girlfriend's pop, her dad.
Oh,
he's
cool.
incredible.
How long have you been dating so far?
We've been dating a year, about a year now. Yeah.
That's so exciting.
We met January of last year, and then we started. We took it pretty slow and stuff like that. I'm a better man for it. She's amazing. Have you guys met Echo?
Yes,
she's met
amazing.
her.
Oh, she's amazing.
I haven't met her, but I've seen her.
We're gonna have another show
before,
together so we can all meet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
I the 80s. I think we did like an 80s or 70s. I don't remember what it was. 80s or 70s
Yes.
show with you, and it was
80s.
so much fun.
That was so much fun. Yes,
I had
love
so
you guys.
much fun.
You guys blew us out of the water. It was
No.
No. It was incredible. Okay, let's go on. This feels like a good time to switch over to our game of the week. I'm always a little behind with the times, but today I wanted to go over some. Oh, I know I cheated right there. Okay, so we're gonna go back over the album. I'm gonna step off to the side. So we're gonna do Grammys that.
Yeah, you can't cheat, Chris. I'm gonna beat you.
There's one that I'm gonna name a couple, and then one of these Grammys won. One of these albums won, and the other one did not win, or the other few. So you gotta guess which one won Album of the Year that year. I think I explained that in a really crazy way, but I think we get it. We played the game a little before, so they understand. Once you pick up back at home, you guys can play as well. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's go back to the year was 1980. It was 1980. Okay, so I have these albums, and you're gonna guess which one won Album of the Year.
Okay.
AC/DC, Highway to Hell. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. Well, my voice just cracked really bad. I'm off the wall. I'm going back through puberty again. My voice is going to be even deeper. Sorry, so we got Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, AC/DC, Highway to Hell, Billy Joel's 52nd Street,
Oh, these are all so good.
and Kenny Rogers, The Gambler. Which one took home the award?
I'm gonna go with MJ.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Billy Joel.
Okay. Billy Joel!
Hey!
But Michael Jackson, I would have thought it said they should have won too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Billy Joel's 52nd Street is also an amazing album. Those are all great albums. They're all
Off the
like
Wall was
classic.
good, but I liked Thriller a lot better.
Thriller's so good. I have a feeling that's going to be coming up sometime soon. Okay, here's another one. 1981. The year was 1981. We're not going to do that every single time.
The year was 1982.
Okay, we got Queen, The Game, The Clash, London Calling, Tom Petty's Damn the Torpedoes, Stevie Wonder's Hotter Than July,
Oh, God.
Pink Floyd's The Wall, I'm giving too many, and Christopher Cross.
This is a tough one.
That was a good year for music. Holy crap.
Oh, I know, right?
I had no idea.
I'm gonna say Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Pink Floyd's The Wall.
That was my fave, but I think I'm gonna go with the. Can you read them all?
Okay, I'm
There was
going to
like
read
10 of
them.
them.
I'm sorry, I give way too many.
One more.
So we got Queen, The Game, The Clash, London
I'm
Calling.
gonna go with London Calling.
Okay, so the answer is Christopher Cross. Christopher Cross.
Interesting.
I would not have guessed
My
that.
mom said she got it
Yeah,
right.
Grace
You got
knew it. Grace knew it.
You did know this? That is a good album. Does that one have Ride Like the Wind on
I
it?
truly don't even know who Christopher Cross is.
What?
I don't know who
Never
Christopher
heard of
Cross
Rocky
is.
This is my brother's favorite.
He is so good. He's so
I know,
good.
everyone's
He
gonna
is-
judge me, be like, Trinity, what's wrong with you?
Check out the Yacht
Your
Rock
judge-
channel on XM.
Yes, he's on there. Yes, it's so great. Okay, we're gonna go through a couple more real quick.
You would like it, actually.
Let's do this. Toto 4.
Oh, I love Toto.
Okay, let's do Bruce Springsteen, Nebraska.
Oh, God.
Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll. And Paul McCartney's Tug of War. Which one?
What was the first one again?
Toto 4.
I'm gonna vote for that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Bruce Springsteen.
Okay. It's Toto 4!
Get right.
Ooh, good, right.
1-1.
Toto 4 is so good.
Oh, it is.
So
yeah.
good. Yes, I like that little.
It's an iconic album cover too.
Okay, here we go. 1984. The year was 1984. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but I
Yeah,
did.
it was 19.
The night was 1984. We got Michael Jackson's Thriller,
Oh.
David Bowie's Let's Dance, Police Synchronicity, and Prince's 1999.
Oh, it's
I'm
hard.
gonna go for 1999.
Okay?
I gotta go for Thriller. I said it earlier.
Thriller wins!
Yay!
Oh! That was a good one. Yes, 1999 is so good too.
Oh, it is,
That's
yeah.
so good. Okay. We'll do, we're gonna do two more.
Two more.
Let's
two
do, maybe we should do a newer one though. Okay, let's do
We
this.
should go to the current Grammys and see if we can guess. 'cause
Let's
I
see
didn't-
the current Grammy. You want to do
did
current
watch it, we
Grammy?
don't know.
I didn't get to watch. I had to
You
work
didn't get to
that
watch it?
day. Everyone visit me at Charleston's. I'm very
Oh
bored.
yeah, Visitor Charleston's.
Charleston's
Okay.
on Mesa. In Mesa.
On Mesa.
In Mesa. On Stapley and the 60.
Let's do 2017. Do you guys know what happened that year?
A lot of things.
Okay, a lot of things
probably.
happened. A lot of things happened that
I'm
year.
sure a lot of things
Here
happened
we
that
go.
year.
Adele 25, Rihanna Auntie, Beyonce Lemonade, and Chance the Rapper Coloring Book.
Oh, I think I actually remember this
I
one.
think it probably Lemonade, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Lemonade.
It was, drumroll please, Adele 25.
I knew it was!
Oh.
No,
I
because,
did not know that.
If Adele comes on, she's gonna
no,
win.
because I remember Kanye
What?
got super mad that
Yes.
she won over over Beyonce.
Yes. Let's be honest, the Lemonade album.
Well, because that album was like
Adele's really great too, though.
25 is my favorite album, like of Adele's. I
Really?
loved that album.
It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
The what's 19 was the first one, right?
Yes.
That one just had so many good gems on there. What's the one that she sings that Bob Dylan song? To make you feel my love. Is that 25?
No,
That's
that
21?
was 21.
That song is so good. That is one of the songs where I'll start ugly crying.
Can you believe she was 19?
I cannot
when she came out
believe
with
it.
her
She's
first
so-
album?
she's just incredible.
19.
All right, I said let's do one more. Let's do another one with Adele in it. You ready?
Perfect.
Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Adele 21. Let's do Bon Iver. And then Bon Iver. Thank you. What am I saying?
Boney Bear.
Bon Iver. Thank you. Everybody heard me say it wrong, and I'm sorry. Okay,
No.
and we're gonna do Lady Gaga Born This Way.
Oh, Lady Gaga Born This Way.
Okay?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay, it was Adele 21. Who knew?
What?
If she gets, she's like Bruce Springsteen. If she's nominated, she's gonna
gonna get
win.
it.
Ah.
Okay, that's good. Good round, guys.
Thank
Give
you.
yourselves a hand. Yep, there we go. Oh man, so in 2011, I'm just gonna tell you this one because this is one of my favorite albums. Is Arcade Fire, the Suburbs one.
I love Arcade Fire.
It's so good, but and this list said that Thank Me Later by Drake should have won. I was like, I don't know. I like.
Do you
It's
like
okay.
rap music, Dean?
I do. I really like Kendrick.
Lamar?
I like. I actually like some other stuff like Method Man's pretty good. Nas is good. I don't listen to as much as I should, but I do like it. I need to
listen to
spend some more time with
Yeah,
it.
I don't
But when
listen
I
to
hear
it as
it-
much, but like my brother is like, a teenager, so we listen
Love
to
it.
like the basic, like rock, hip hop music. So I've gotten into like Tyler the Creator, and I like
Oh, so good.
Logic and stuff.
Dude,
so.
the last song Igor that he just came, that
Yeah.
album, incredible.
No, he's like like super experimental.
Yes.
It's super different. Like it's not like
And this
what
one,
you would expect.
his album before that, somebody told me this, I think it was Garrett Bowers, longtime friend of the show, Juniper Ridge. He told me that the album before it sounded a lot like what Igor, like you could hear him going towards that, and then Igor, he just like freaking, whoa!
You were close there.
Smashes it out of the park. Smashes it out of the park. All right, so I'm gonna come back and sit down. Oh, look at these shoes! Dang it.
Ooh,
Let's
they
just
white.
these shoes are white. You probably can't see on this
I
one.
got these new shoes because I'm going to London next week.
No way, next week.
And they have a
That's
little
so
British
cool.
flag on them.
Oh, good day, Governor.
Good night,
Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
The Beatle records on.
Big old shake.
Hello, welcome to Britain.
Welcome to Britain. Oh man, all the 2 people from England that watch this show. There's nobody from England that watches this show.
I'm gonna go see Abbey Road, so I'm very
Oh,
excited.
that's so
Yeah.
cool. It's really cool. I really like Abby, and then Air Studios is really cool too. I like that one a lot. And I want to highlight this tattoo that you have here too. That tattoo. When did you get it?
Got on my birthday, like August last year. So
That
I've
is
had it for like
awesome.
6 months. Thank you
It
so
looks
much.
so good.
It's
looks
my first
fresh
one.
Too, dang, man.
You say flesh or fresh?
I meant fresh. I think
Oh,
I said
cool.
flesh.
Okay.
It's looking
yes.
fleshy
It does look
there.
very good.
Okay, so we're gonna go over to this. This is what I call the hot seat. I don't like the hot seat, but I want to ask. I didn't want to go into like deep philosophical, if I could say philosophical. That's why I didn't name it philosophical questions, because I can't actually say philosophical. Do you have
Oh,
any words
understood.
that you can't say that are really hard to say, like cinnamon for some people?
Anemone.
Anemone. That's
That sounded so awkward when I said that. I know.
Do you have anything?
Anemone.
Massachusetts is another one that can be kind of hard sometimes. Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
See, you think about it.
Can you say suspicious?
Suspicious. There's one that I have the hardest time. Oh, I know what it is, and it's not a good word. I can't repeat it here. That's not a joke.
You'll
I'll
have
have
to
to tell
tell
you
us
guys
later.
later.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's a body part, and I always say it with the at the beginning of it. That's not how you say it.
What?
I'll explain it when the camera's off. Sorry, guys.
The intrigue.
Okay, so I wanted to ask this question. Do you believe that does perfection exist? Is perfection a real thing, or is it something that we make up?
I don't think perfection is a real thing.
Okay.
I think everyone tries to achieve perfection.
Yes.
But because I feel like perfection is different for different people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like my idea of perfection is probably not somebody else's idea of perfection, and no one has really defined what perfection means. Like
Yes.
it's kind of the same thing as success. Like when do you feel successful? You know what I mean?
That's a good
So-
point. I like that point. If I had a little buzzer, I'd give you an extra point. Yeah, no, let's see.
Well, humans are inherently flawed, and
Yes.
perfection is just impossible.
Yes.
So, I think the notion of perfection is almost sometimes dangerous and
Yes,
just counterintuitive. You
I
know.
love that.
You're trying to achieve it. You know what I mean? It's just it's better like okay, let's put in 100% effort. Let's like try our hardest instead of okay, let's make sure this is perfect. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because if it's perfect, there's more pressure on it. But if we're like
Yeah.
just trying our hardest, then you can't get mad if we mess up a little bit. But we tried our hardest, so
We did.
you know.
Yeah.
We should celebrate imperfection.
Yes, there we go. Look at that, man. No, man, you guys should run for office. You got my vote right there.
Heiressy for president.
Heiressy for president. Let's do
The
it.
first
Let's
duo
do it.
president.
Let's do it.
We're the presidents, and Dee will be our vice president.
Yes, I call secretary of. Let's be the treasury. No, that's not good. I'm terrible with money. Agriculture.
Perfect.
Take care of agriculture.
Yeah.
President of agriculture.
President of agriculture. Yes.
What? You should be the president of the EPA. You know what the EPA is?
No.
The Environmental Protection Agency.
Oh, I'm done. First rule of business: we're saving all the sea turtles.
And the bees.
And the bees
bees.
and the birds, and what they do together is their own business. I don't ask
birds
questions
and the
anymore.
bees.
The birds and the bees. That one I've never really got.
I don't get
that
it either.
expression. Because you know.
don't need to get
let's
into
not
it.
get into it.
That's another philosophical
That's another-
for next
We'll
time.
talk about.
Make up the
For
hot
next
seat
time.
for the next time.
For next time. Tune in.
Can somebody explain it to me? Because my parents never did.
Yeah, someone explain it on the
Yeah,
comments.
I'll think yes.
You
Actually,
know,
please.
you should have a new show, Philosophical Questions with Dean Nelson.
Oh, I like that.
That's
I like
great.
that. Oh, I would invest.
Just
in that.
Dean
We gotta
sitting in
make
his
a lot of
room.
T-shirts, and then I gotta actively try to sell the T-shirts
yeah.
to the people that are on my show. I say, oh, we get them.
You get buttons too.
Ooh, a button would be cool. Birds and bees, what is it? Can it happen to me?
I would buy that. I would genuinely
It's
buy that.
brilliant.
It's just bird bee question mark. I don't get
Band
it.
name?
Oh!
Should we change our name, Trinity? Let's do it
Third
right now.
time's a charm.
Third time.
I like this one.
Oh yeah,
Living Indigo
do you
is
know
cool,
we
too.
used to be Living Indigo?
You guys were so
Let's not talk about that.
No.
When did you
We don't
when
know
did you
her.
guys change your name?
Well,
We didn't really have that. Wasn't like our official name,
It
but
wasn't
like,
it's
official.
kind
You
of
guys are trying.
controversial
and also
because
everyone hates our name now, so it's fine.
I liked your name now.
No, but no one can pronounce it. Like
How do you say it? I've been
it's
saying
okay.
it.
So like the idea is we were inspired by an album called Heiressy.
Heiressy.
by Novo
And then
Horn.
we're just adding like a Y at the end, so it's like because like when you add Y's to the end of words, it's
Yes.
supposed to like
Yeah.
be like a thing.
I got
Okay,
you.
anyways, Heiressy.
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 I've been
It's
Heiressy.
saying
pretty-
heresy.
And everyone
And
says
you guys have-
heresy,
you guys
and
have-
like it's actual heresy when people do that.
It's heresy. I've been saying
That
it
was
wrong.
a joke, but
Yes.
Heiressy.
we're not actually mad. It's just
We're getting
kind
some
of
questions. Let's see what this. Birds and bees spread pollen, which allows plants to regenerate. Thank you, Echo.
Oh, that
Oh,
makes
wow.
sense.
Thank you, Echo.
Okay.
Echo coming in with the facts. Oh, that's my sister Brooke. Love you, Brooke. Nice. Oh, what was that? Oh, the next question. That was where I was going to
On
go.
the hot
Okay.
seat.
On the hot seat. It is getting a little hot here. We got a lot of. We're generating some steam heat. Let's see. What do you guys do? So this is a blog post I've been working on. I've been trying to work on this thing where I feel like I'm trying to see how I can phrase this. I feel like there's something in the Bible that talks about like you be childlike but not childish, right?
Okay.
And I really think that that's especially important to being, well, first off, being happy in life, but also being creative is having this kind of childlike spark inside of you guys.
Okay.
And inside of everybody, not just maybe if you're not an artist as well. So what are some things that you guys do to keep that, maybe not be childish, but be childlike and keep that glow or spark alive in you? I'm going to say one more thing before I say that. I'm not giving you room to speak, and I'm the worst host of all time. I think when you're a child, you have like you believe in these things that seem fantastical, magical, and so how can we keep that kind of like with also being, when we get older, we realize that the world isn't magic like we think it was going to be. So how do we keep not even optimistic but alive in this world that seems darker the older that we get?
Specifically for me, I think as a kid, I had this like, I was just like that stereotypical girl who like, I want to be famous when I grow up, you know what I mean? So that was me as a kid, and I've never like lost that ever since I got older.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like as I've kind of become a teenager and I'm starting to like get to that point where like I should go to college after high school, you know what I
Yes.
mean? It's that point where it's like, oh, like this is real. I either need to like to decide, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you also don't want to give up on that like childlike dream that you had as a kid because
Mm-hmm.
it's something that's like really important to you.
Oh, for sure.
You know, but once I actually looked into a lot of like programs and looked into what other people were doing after high school, I realized that it's possible to, you know, I don't want to be famous, but like to like be a working musician.
Yes.
And you know you don't have to be like, you can do music like as a job, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I don't need to be like the next Taylor Swift,
No.
but you can make money doing
Yeah.
what you love. And like it just kind of made me realize that like I can, you know, do what I love without, you know, having to, you know, sacrifice, you know.
That's awesome. You kind of readjusted where it was. There's still that fire and the dream there, but then you also looked at it in a light where you're like, oh, I'm okay with it being like this as well, because I realize it's not fame, but
Yeah.
there's something else inside me, the love or the passion for
Yeah,
music.
it's still realistic,
Yes.
but you know, it's not the same as it was before, but it's
Yeah.
still, it's more like, okay, like this is what I, you know, have to do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So-
Very cool. Now you have
Yeah,
the goals
yeah,
and
yeah,
set
yeah.
goals.
Yeah.
And everything. Incredible. I love it. How about you, Chris?
like I guess the biggest thing for me for like I guess keeping like my childlike wonder is just like outlook, and also like it's really important like who you're spending time with, because like if you're with people that bring you like are kind of at a lower frequency, like
Yes.
they're gonna just take you down.
Yes.
So
That's a great point.
I don't know. I think it's really important that you surround yourself with people that also like still have like childlike wonder and
Yes.
are hopeful in that way.
We're talking about positive people that really just we really are just we are who we spend a lot of time.
We're very influenced by
We're
other
very
people.
influenced. That's a great point. And it's really hard to cut out somebody that seems like a negative influence or that is a pessimistic person, because a lot of times it could be family or like a really close childhood friend, and you get older and something changes and you gotta distance yourself, but you gotta do it in a loving way because you still love that person. And you can disagree with somebody and still love them. Obviously, that's a great point. You guys, great people, incredible minds. You guys are coming out with some great stuff. Are you working on anything right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes!
We are actually we have been working for the past 2 years on this, our album that we've
We're just like crazy slow because I'm learning how to produce as I'm doing it. So like
Chris has never
we
produced
made like
before.
songs that had been like really bad production wise, which is cool. And we appreciate the tips, obviously.
Thank
the panning
you.
tips are really helpful.
Kidding.
But yeah, we're just like kind of finally at a place where I feel like we're creating music that's like good enough, sounding sonically, that we're gonna try to. We're going to make an album.
Yes, that is our goal to hopefully produce an album by the end of the year. That is our goal of 2020 is finish this album, and if we have to literally go off the grid and finish this album, we are going to do that.
I love it, guys.
It's all written.
Year.
All the songs are written and everything like that. We've played a lot of them. It's just a matter of recording them, and like when they're done, I'm pretty sure they're gonna sound awesome.
That's gonna be great, guys. I can't wait.
I'm really excited about it. It's been 2 years in the making, and like once I finally like finish it, it's just gonna be like, I don't know. I'm just so excited. It'll be such a wonderful memory.
You're getting some hearts. You're getting love. They're excited. The people are starting to murmur.
Thank you.
One of the biggest things I've learned the last little bit is really just like when you have it up there, especially for Spotify, if you give it that the month, the 2 months of just like pre-release, it really helps the algorithm.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yes, you can do that through CD Baby. You just give it extra time to go through it, and it really bumps it up in the algorithm. People want to find music blogs, Spotify playlists in general. They want stuff that's going to be new. They want it right when it comes out. So just make sure you give it that time.
That was great advice.
That's actually really great advice.
I learned that the other day. Stop it. You guys are great. Okay, great. I love it. Let's plug. Do we have any shows coming up?
We do not.
Okay.
But if you want to find out about anything we're doing, just check out our Instagram.
I dig it.
Please.
Yeah, like I said, we're like primarily trying to work on like just getting this album out and like spending all of our time on working on recording, and then after that we're probably gonna do like a bunch more shows just because we want to be able to just have all of our records out. And so this is our this is our priority right now. Is to finish this album.
It's been 2 years in the making, and like we're at a place where we can do it. So
you can do it. This is great. You guys,
I believe enough.
I believe in you guys. Yes! Thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having us.
We
loved you guys.
It was a lot of fun.
We're going to shut off, and then we're going to go over there and we're going to do a song, and that one will be released on YouTube, Instagram. And that'll be coming up soon. But everybody give some big love to Heiressy, not Heiressy.
Heiressy.
First time anyone's pronounced it correctly.
Oh, I got it. I know.
God bless you, Dean.
17
Heiressy
times.
with a Y. It's just Heiressy with a Y. Heiressy.
Heiressy. Got it. Love it. I can get that. I think I can do this. I believe I can.
We believe in you.
Thank you guys. Love you guys. Love you guys so much. You guys
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm going to do that awkward thing where I'm coming up to the camera. Oh, where's it going to happen? Oh, I finished it right there. And then we got this thing right here. This is the
Should I do it?
Oh!